back on the Mana Symbol channel with some crazy spice from Strixhaven. There are not a lot of cards that I'm excited about in this set for modern applications. In fact, maybe I'm not even excited about this card at all in terms of its success. But what I am excited about is Davius Minimus and his many, many wonderful creature combo decks. So this is Davius Minimus's Ecological Appreciation. Is it the Quandrix Quandary or a Simic Success? So we've got Ecological Appreciation here. So this is X2 and a green, and it says search your library and graveyard for up to 4 creatures with different names that each have a mana value of X or less and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards, shuffle the chosen ones into your library, and put the rest onto the battlefield. Very similar to Gifts Ungiven, but for creatures. And you can get them out of your library, or you can get them out of your graveyard. So with this card, we can get a whole bunch of different stuff. So we have some different piles available to us. Davius Minimus wrote a wonderful Reddit post, which I will try to remember to link in the YouTube video that you will be watching in the future. But mostly he pointed out that you really don't want to do this for one. There aren't any really worthwhile piles to do. If you have to, you can get Noble Hierarch, Gilded Goose, Birds of Paradise here, but you can't even actually get a 4th creature, so it's really not worth it. But we start on 2. So on 2, we have a bunch of targets. The value pile of Wall of Omens, Ice-Fang Coatl, Wall of Blossoms, and Fblthp is really good. Fblthp, if you search it out of your library and put it into play directly, you actually get to draw 2 cards, which is pretty cool. Otherwise, you just draw 1 off of cantripping him. And then those other cards all draw you a card. So Ecological Appreciation becomes 5 mana, draw 2, put some bodies into play, which is not bad. But at 6 mana, or X equals 3, this is where you're actually breaking even on mana. So you're getting 6 mana worth of cards for your 6 mana investment. Although I should mention there's a Scavenging Ooze, an Auriok Champion, and a Voice of Resurgence here as well. There's no way to guarantee you're going to get any of these cards, so you just have to select a bunch of cards that are inconvenient for your opponent. So there's no particular combo you can go for here. At 3, there's a lot of options. This includes the removal pile, where you get Deputy of Detention, Reflector Mage, and Skyclave Apparition. But then for the 4th slot, there's a lot of different options. You can get Knight of Autumn if that's applicable. You get Renegade Rallier, which might get back one of your 2s or 1 drops that might be relevant. You can get Eternal Witness, so you can reset the Ecological Appreciation. You can get Seasoned Pyromancer to put a bunch of blockers into play, or Magus of the Moon to wreck their mana. So you have a lot of really good options here. And then on 4 is where it gets a little crazy, as well as there are some 5s. So 4, you have 3 Restoration Angels. These combo with our 1 Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker. Restoration Angel, Felidar Guardian will re-trigger one of your creatures either in play or one of the ones that it comes into play with. With Restoration Angel, Felidar Guardian, I believe you can go to Infinite Life with an Auriok Champion in play. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that works. We've got Omnath, Locus of Creation. Now, a lot of the time you're going to be Eldritch Evolutioning for this guy, but you can also get it here. Thanks, Pi. Then we've got this card that most people do not know. This is Heart-Piercer Manticore. Part tiger, part scorpion, part something else. But it's 4 mana, 4/3. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, Heart-Piercer Manticore deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. It also has Embalm, so for 6 mana, you can pull this out of your graveyard and get a copy of it. What this does is on your 4 pile, you can get Heart-Piercer Manticore plus Omnath plus Resto plus something. He has it written here. Hold on a second. Let me go find it because it's a little bit convoluted. But you don't actually end up flat out winning, but you can do, I think, 7 points of direct damage. Oh, wait, I know what it is. Although it works with Kiki-Jiki. Maybe there is a pile of 4s. Let me go check here because it's worth finding out. So X equals... Oh, sorry. Ecological Appreciation exiles itself at the end, so you can't witness for it, as I said. Additionally, it doesn't look like he has anything written here for 4s, which really is messing with my brain. I mean, there's a bunch of 4s you can get, but none of them are particularly well worked out. At X equals 5, you get Zealous Conscripts, Kiki-Jiki, Restoration Angel, and Heart-Piercer Manticore. If your opponent is at 7 or less life, you can kill them with Heart-Piercer Manticore plus Kiki-Jiki, and they can't give you Kiki-Jiki plus Conscript or Kiki-Jiki plus Restoration Angel because that's the infinite combo. So what they should default to is giving you Kiki-Jiki plus Heart-Piercer Manticore. When Heart-Piercer Manticore enters the battlefield, you respond to the trigger by making a clone of it, and you have the clone sack the original and the original sack the clone, and you hit them for 8. Yeah. Potentially, you can sack other creatures and then attack with the hasted token. So there's ways that does enough on its own. And then Felidar, Resto, Zealous Conscripts can all combo with Kiki-Jiki to win the game on the spot as well. So if you have Kiki-Jiki in your hand or the ability to get into play with Eldritch Evolution, you can get Restoration Angel plus Conscripts plus Felidar Guardian and win the game with that. Ecological Appreciation could also grab cards out of your graveyard, which could be useful, but it does shuffle the creatures into your library afterwards when it resolves. So this card is very carefully designed, but it should be a blast and a half to try it out. And then we've got some stuff in the sideboard. We've got Urian. We've got some Teferi Time Ravelers because we basically have to in Modern to be sort of viable against a lot of decks. We have Eldritch Evolution. This allows us to search through our deck for specific pieces for 3 mana and sacrificing a creature. Any of our 2-drops become Omnath, which is a super powerful play pattern that you guys will probably end up seeing at some point. So enough yammering on about nonsense I clearly don't understand. Let's go. Yeah, those are questions I was asking Pi. I'm going to play this deck as is, but it's very potential. It's very possible that you want Soul Herder and or Saheeli in this deck, yeah. Maybe Avalanche Riders. The possibilities are freakishly endless. It's kind of like when Niv was new and people were like, oh, we've got Bring to Light and Niv Mizzet. Like every single gold card ever is being considered as being playable. For a long time, things like Is It Charm and Drown in the Lock and Dovin's Veto were in Niv lists. Not that they were wrong at the time. I'm just saying like there was a lot of stuff people tried it. Post side, I'd side at least 1 copy of Graveyard Hate. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, also this deck is vulnerable to Torpor Orb, right? And there's no copies of Crater Maker or Kasali Pride Mage. So, yeah. I'm just going to play it as is. This is what he posted and talked about, and then we'll see if there's some work and iteration to be done. I'm sure Davius will watch some part of this, so if we get our butts kicked by Dredge, etc. Yeah, so I can't realistically keep this hand. The Hierarch gets me to 3 mana, but I can't cast anything there. Except for Ecological Appreciation for 0, which is, not good enough. This is a little bit better. Probably going to ship the Night of Autumn. I guess I could ship the Appreciation, just assume that I'm going to draw better. Yeah, I think that's actually probably the best choice. Seems a little crazy, but in the dark, I think this is fine. Yeah. These are the kind of things that we're going to be looking for answers for, Pi. But I thank you for your input very much. It's totally invaluable, dude. So Avacyn's Pilgrim would make the 1-drop pile possible. Or Arbor Elf, because there's already Utopia Sprawls in the deck. Okay. So some kind of control is definitely not a matchup we were looking to face. Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of players who will, as soon as they boot up a deck, they'll be like, well, I'm changing this card, and I'm changing that card, and I'm changing these cards. And I appreciate that. I mean, that's just a different way to do it. I like to usually play it as is because I assume that I'm not going to be able to just look at the deck and understand some of the interactions. But I also am like putting out content at a certain pace, and so I don't always have time to like mull things over. I just like to claim that I'm just not that smart. So it usually behooves me to just start playing it and see how things work out in the games. But then again, Mordekaiser will tell you that I've been playing Enigmatic Incarnation for a long time. There's still plenty of lines that I just don't notice. Mostly with Ephemerate now. I wonder if they're playing something with Drown in the Loch, because there was a little pause there after I put... You saw the 100-card Nib list. I did not. I did not see the 100-card Nib list. Nope. I did not. So my options here are play nothing or play like Niv. I'm going to play the Niv. We got to start working through their counter magic. If their hand is full of counter magic, I want to tie up their mana so they can't just like Esper Charm themselves and draw infinite cards, or Archmage's Charm or whatever. Putting more threats into play is obviously dangerous against Wrath, but they don't play too many Wraths right now. So I'm making them decide between removing my creature or countering the Orion. Hey, Robert. Ahoy hoy TM. Frequent Saturday streamer. Thanks, Albino. Life Gain Infect. Children of Corliss. Okay. Oh, I see. That's why there's the hex parasites. Aha. Okay. I got you. That's some top tier nonsense. All right. Do not want to see Jace the Mind Sculptor. It won't like destroy me or anything, but I have drawn essentially nothing. Have I drawn nothing? The only thing I've drawn this game is a Utopia Sprawl, I think. Utopia Sprawl and lands. Rude. Oh my god. Should have kept 3 cards in hand. I mean, not that the Skyclave can help if they just jam Teferi here. Big Teferi is going to be lights out, I think. They play nothing? Interesting. Okay. We could get there. This is... it's got potential. Freaking Knight of Autumn. Just... I put a 4/3 into play on turn 2. What are you going to do about it, opponent? Apparently nothing. Oh, that's not nothing. Oh my god. Why is that so brutal? Ugh. Sometimes you're gonna die. We didn't draw anything, so it's not really our fault here. Deck traditionally does not play Drown in the Loch, so I don't imagine that they could counter that. I guess they could have had Logic Knot, but it only would have been for 3, so Logic Knot or Mana Leak, either one wouldn't have quite worked. They're down to 4 cards in hand. I'd say down to, but like If they do play Teferi 5 or something like that, we have a window to top deck something good. It's not likely, but it's possible. It's also potentially problematic I didn't set up triple red. Oh my. Well, let's go to combat first, see if they kill this. Sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks. This guy. You gotta do something, opponent. You can't just take this. Oh, they can apparently just take this. Yeah. Am I supposed to play anything here? There's just too many things they could have in their hand. It doesn't matter. Just pass? Alright. If Pi says we just pass, we just pass. I feel like they must have some fatal pushes in their hand that they can't play. Shit. Alright, well, if I had played Ecological Appreciation, yeah. Opponent is very patient, by the way. They didn't even play that Snapcaster during combat, and they were getting hit to 4, which is pretty loose. You weren't supposed to play Urian either. I was hoping that I was going to keep drawing cards that they would have to deal with, and the Knight of Autumn was going to have more room to work. But I didn't draw anything. And the problem with playing nothing is if they have Cryptic Command, they just end step, bounce your Knight, draw a card, or whatever. Like, I don't think playing nothing is actually... I don't know. I'm not good at playing this side of the table. Creature deck running into control is one of my worst experiences in Magic. I do not like it at all. Yeah, like what yeah, this is the crap I'm talking about. Like, if they had anything there earlier, like, we were dead anyway. We're just done here. We're not coming back now. They pulled it out easily. Easily crushed me there. We didn't draw any action, but still. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think playing into it was correct. Like, I think jamming was fine. I don't think we were gonna win that game by sitting back and doing nothing. And like the fact they didn't kill the Knight early meant they didn't have any cheap removal that they could actually deploy. Alright, what the hell do I board out? Maybe Eldritch Evolutions, because that seems really sketchy against... Force Negation or Mana Leaks potentially. But then I've got all these Veils coming in, so maybe it's okay. 4th Teferi for sure. I guess I don't need a Knight of Autumn. I need Reflector Mage. This grabs permanence, right? Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's I mean, that's what I was doing, right? And they just never played anything until they could absolutely not get beaten. I don't know. It's hard, but I'm saying, like, I'm not confident in knowing that I did or didn't play it wrong or right. I'm just doing my best here. Oh, thanks for the follow there, or the sub there, Dan Francisco. I'm just out here trying to evolve the ecology. Yeah, does that keep the wall? Oh my god, not again. So last game, we had the hand that was all lands. Couldn't keep that. Ugh, brutal. I'll go to 2 lands. Yeah. Yeah. You'd keep the 7? What? Really? Holy crap, dude. Didn't it have 1 land in it? Or like uncastable 3s? I can't remember what it is now, but I had 2 mana and 2 Teferis. Oh, sure. I just don't... See, this is... I don't think that that's how we win this game. Yeah, I don't think not having early plays and better... I don't know. I feel like I've gotten infinitely punished like way too many times by those kind of hands. Yeah, but this isn't Niv, right? Like, if this was Niv, I would keep that hand because that deck has 4 Ren and 6. Oh no, they're not. They didn't leave the spell snare in, did they? Okay, good. Esper control is very good. I don't know what you. I don't know what you mean, Shanna. But Blue Moon had a really big resurgence over the weekend without actually playing any cute cards. It was just playing like Snapcasters and Jace and Ral. Multiple Blue Moon decks did very, very well in the weekend challenges. It's kind of crazy. Eliminate my Fblthp. All right. And they're not playing Teferi 3. I don't know what that means, considering the way they played the last game. I don't get it. What I would like to get is land. Good. I can't witness plus veil, so we're just gonna play wall this turn. The hell? They Kaya's Guiled my Ice-Fang, and they're making a 1/1? Okay. Sure. This game, they're just like spewing removal, which I guess means their hand is counterlight. It's very strange. Like last game, they never, ever, ever tapped down, like at all. This game, they're just like, nah. I'm assuming this means they have Teferi, so they're keeping the board, or not Teferi, Jace. Although they could also have Teferi, so they're trying to keep the board clear for it. Make a landing. Nope. They shocked there, so I'm assuming they have a Cryptic Command. So I can go Rallier, but I can't quite go Rallier into Witness, but Rallier for Ice-Fang is probably good enough here. I should probably be using my shocks more aggressively to set up triple red for Kiki-Jiki. I think that's potentially important. Need a hand. Sproing. Good draw. Get back Ice-Fang, draw a card. Okay. So, Big Teferi is a small problem, but most of the rest of their deck is not at the moment. Yeah. So I'd like to be able to leave up Resto, but I think playing Witness is maybe just as good. No, maybe I'm supposed to leave the Resto. Yeah, I think I am. Because Resto just gets me back Ice-Fang immediately, so it's a pretty huge gain. I could end step, play the Restoration Angel. If they have like Cryptic, it's a problem. I mean, it's not a problem. It's a huge tempo loss, but then I do have the Witness, so I want them to tap out. Hope you guys are all enjoying the Serenade of Construction. Shit, forgot about specifically Mana League being specifically enough right now. The Serenade of Construction music that has been greeting me every morning for 2 weeks. It's a lovely situation. Jeez. Okay. So Cryptic or Archmage's Charm or whatever get me good here, but not Mana Leak, not Snap anything. Yeah, Cryptic. Just counter drop? Okay. It's not as devastating as I was expecting. Rallier is basically Matter Reshaper, which we all know is the most broken card in Shrine. You take that back. Rallier is much better than Matter Reshaper. Except when it's not. Whoa. I don't know how we got there, but okay. Okay. Yeah, I can pay for Mana Leak. Of course, they'll have something better, but they are kind of dying, so they have to take some action soon. Third Cryptic? Good lord. Nope. Logic not? Yeah, it's taking long enough. It's probably a Logic not. Okay. They have the mana up for Cryptic afterwards? Sure. Or Snap Mana Leak, I guess. They exiled the Mana Leak. Snap Eliminate? Opt. Resolves. Opt again. Yikes. I'll take it. So with their opt, they went bottom, top, top. I would like to draw a Fairy or a Veil of Summer. That is neither of those things. That is not bad. Okay. Give me Snap Eliminate, right? Yeah. There is very little over-the-top stream of poop value in this deck unless it's doing the thing. What? There's too much made-up language there. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Well, I understand that the poob thing is a wambo thing. But I don't understand what the rest of that means. What do you mean there's very little over-the-top stream of poop value? And what do you mean there's little stream of poop value in this deck? I don't... I can't figure out what all that is meant to mean. Their mana's kind of too good for Magus, huh? And if I got Magus, I wouldn't be able to cast the Skyclave. Just getting Omnath, I guess. Oh, that's a good draw. It's a damn fine draw. I cannot figure out what that sentence is meant to mean, Shauna. I'm trying. I really am, but I can't figure it out. It's gonna be Entwined Kaya's Guile. I mean, Niv in every notable card either replaces itself or draws you like 3 cards, so resolving anything puts you ahead versus hard control. There has little increments of value that accumulate over time or through the ecological shenanigans. So you're saying our deck doesn't grind as well as something like Niv? They left up mana? Oh god. They're just gonna have it all, huh? Why do they always leave up 4? It's driving me crazy. I keep thinking they have another cryptic, and it's like they've already hit all of their cryptics, it feels like. Sorry. Sure, yeah, I agree with you. If you're saying our deck is not as good at being Niv Mizzet as Niv Mizzet is, then I agree with you. But the decks that have combo kills in them, like Kiki, Resto, don't need to be as good at grinding as Niv does, because Niv is a hard control deck with no outs other than just killing your opponent, like, honestly. Whereas this deck can just, like, top deck combo kills. So it doesn't necessarily need to grind as well. And the idea of ecological appreciation is supposed to be that, like, instead of Court of Calling, which is always kind of a 1-for-1, eco can be big. Oh, we should have a good matchup versus Esper. I don't know if we have a good matchup versus Esper. I'd pay to have a combo kill in Niv. Thinking about reading the combo. I mean, so there was a combo kill in Niv for a while. There was Felidar Sahili, which is a reasonable thing that fits in. You can BTL for Felidar, and you can Niv into a Sahili. So, I mean, that's definitely a thing that's happened. Well, you have to try playing it. I mean, it was the most successful build of Niv for a little while. So, more worried about the numbers than anything else. But you can go look up what it looks like. It's like playing Stoneforge, though. Like, you're going to have to cut some amount of your actual good cards for cards that are questionable, let's say. Oh, no. Draw step, Esper Charm. Freaking always, dude. Brutal. I mean, at least one of the cards is Seasoned Pyromancer, so I'm not totally out. Felidar Sahili is really bad versus Auriok Champion, sadly, unless you play Kahira. Well. But the Auriok Champion decks are not normally the ones you have to combo out, right? I mean, I guess you might have to combo out anything, but... Okay, I'll be back in a moment while my opponent's figuring out if they're dead or not. All right. I've been content with Niv just drawing 2 most of the time. I'm never content with that. That's not greedy enough. All right, so my opponent did decide to block my 4/3. So that is a choice. Okay. My opponent is in the we're going to make this game take forever camp. But it is the correct way for them to be playing. So good for them. I just need to be careful about Kaya's Guile sniping my Season Pyro, so I can't F6. But they can snap Cryptic to tap my team, which will at least tax their mana reasonably here. Here goes my 1 Season Pyro. Not as good in this deck as it is in decks that actually pressure your opponent's life total, but that's not really what it's here for. Still no Teferi or Veil of Summer. They did not snap Cryptic. I have concerns. So I feel like they're going to kill my Skyclave, use the token to block something else, etc., etc., etc. Heart-Piercer Manticore cannot sacrifice itself, so this is not like a 4 damage burn spell if you need it to be. It just doesn't do that. Go for the throat, yeah. And then that's going to block the Heart-Piercer. What is happening? Come on now. Come on now. Die or get off the pot. They play the Snapcaster. Okay. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out. They're going to go for the throat my Heart-Piercer Manticore? Get Archmage's Charm? Jesus. Okay. So I can't play it this turn without them countering it. Wait, Embalm is an ability, right? Yeah, it's an ability. Not you're not casting a spell. It is not escape. So they can draw 2 cards, but they can't counter this. I could sack one of my tokens to deal 1 damage to my opponent here, but I don't need to. Oh my god. Things I didn't think of. Of course. There's a third mode, and the token doesn't have the converted mana cost. Yeah, except it's a white zombie manticore with no mana cost. Of course it says it has no mana cost. Well, I can Eldritch Evolution one of my elementals into a 2-drop. Or I can try to. Which will draw me a card. The construction growls are the perfect soundtrack for the Manticore. Oh, I'm glad they're doing something right. Oh, I can get Fblthp and draw 2. Sick! Ba-bam! Triggers. Okay. That could do it. I'm going to fetch first in case I don't have another green to grab. I do. Let's go! Let's freaking go! One hasty gal. I'd like my card back, please. Thank you. You can have it back at end of turn. Got him. Fblthp for the win, you say? Fblthp for the win. I'll take it. I will take it. Fblthp. Esquire. By the way, I know everyone pronounces it Fblthp, but I'm 99% sure that the name is actually supposed to be pronounced Fblthp. But if you do that, you can't, like, nobody's going to be able to hear you. You can't project it. Also, it's very spitty. So, it's just not pleasant. Like, I get that. But I think, technically, in his native dialect, it would be... No vowels. I'm a barrister, an esquire, protector of the misaccused. Misaccused. That's, that might be the best description that I've ever heard for that subset of people. So I have a choice here. I can either put the Windswept into play. That'll get me my Ralgren Triumph, but it means I won't have a fetch land next turn in case I draw a Renegade Rallier. Or I can play this Breeding Pool now. The Windswept Heath will get me almost anything I need. So I'm going to go down this line. Mostly the Windswept Heath for the Ralgren Triumph is useful if you're interested in preserving your life total, but I don't need to be that. It does get you 3 colors rather than just 2, but I'm really just looking for red and white here. Teferi? What the hell? Dude. You know I'm playing blue and white, right? I don't know if they know I'm playing blue and white. They're about to find out. I mean, maybe they have Forced Negation? I can't imagine they would have left it in against Veil of Summer. Sometimes you have to. Woohoo! Woohoo! I mean, they did have the Eliminates in, so maybe they saw this coming. If I can make it to the next untap, I have Veil of Summer, which is gonna make this a totally different game. Esper Charm. Okay, so they're just viciously digging for answers, I'm sure. grab green. I have to grab green, white, or green, red. So the question is, would I rather have access to Skyclave Apparition or Seasoned Pyromancer, or work towards the... It's from Fargo Season 2, which coincidentally is the best TV show ever made. Nice. I haven't seen it, but I did watch the movie recently, which I really enjoyed. It's not my first time having seen the movie, but I rewatched it. Now I could use the Charming Prince to gain 3 life, or I could use the Charming Prince to slide my goose and create a food that could gain 3 life. These are the tough choices, people. These are the tough choices. Got one prince I put in play now. Yeah, he's a prince, yeah. Princely, not got much to say now, 'cause he's a prince now. Anyone remember the 90s? Just me, man. It's all good. Spin Doctors. Eliminate. I'd really rather you didn't, though. Girl. Yay, Bant Soul Breaking. 2 Princes was in fact a jam. I've been paid money to play that song more times than I care to remember. Also, what's the other one? What's the other? Semi-Charmed Life. I only played that on 1 contract because that song is raunchy. You wouldn't think so, but holy crap, that song is filthy. It is. Those lyrics are yikes. For anyone who doesn't remember Semi-Charmed Life, it's the do 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 do. All right, so everything in my hand has flash except for the Skyclave, which I don't really need to play. I might be using Goose to Eldritch Evolution for Witness. Witness picks up Veil of Summer, and Veil of Summer, their shit. We could also turn Charming Prince into a 4-drop, or if I do draw another land, we could play Skyclave into Eldritch Evolution for Kiki-Jiki next turn. So there's a lot of options here. It really depends on what they do. But we could close out this game very suddenly. Very, very suddenly. So it just comes down to what they play this turn. Eldritch Evolution does exile itself, so you can't get a Eternal Witness with it and then go up into... okay. The non-token creature an opponent controls would die. Instead, exile that card and create a 2/2. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's not going to matter in the amount of time I think that they have left. Okay, so I still have 2 mana left. I can probably just trade my Charming Prince here. Just put in the Ice-Fang and chump block that. That means I can still Evo at end of turn. I can just chump block this with the Charming Prince, right? I don't need to do anything else. And that doesn't cut me off of like anything. You know. They will get a zombie, and then I lose the Charming Prince, but I think at the moment that's fine. Oh, or I could just resto it now and try to scry into the land. That was the other line I had. Okay, let's do that. Resto. Yoink. Poing. Scry 2. So I just need to hit a land that's over, right? Yeah, I think so. As long as they don't have removal this turn. They could have Fatal Push. They did not. Alright, who's ready to break their spirit? Anyone? Anyone like some spirit breaking? You know the best part? We're going to take their Kalitas with the Skyclave, and they're not going to get anything for it. This deck is sick. Yeah. Skyclave apparition. Do 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 do. Sky was cold. Do 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 do. Boo do boo do boo do. I'm gonna kill them before, or I'm gonna put a lethal number of attackers into play before I even resolve my Skyclave trigger. You can keep your Kalitas in play at the end of this match if you want. I mean, not match, but interaction. So yield. Always yes to triggered abilities from Restoration Angel. That won't work, but the yield will. Are we doing this, opponent? Okay. Hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go 2 more. And also make sure I keep the Kiki-Jiki untapped at the end of the cycle. Okay. Skyclave resolves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, begin combat. Attack with all. But not these ones. Alright, I'll kill you. Cheers. I don't know why they stayed in that. Alright, 1-0, baby. 1-0. Kiki Resto doing work.
It's all over, people. We don't have a prayer. Ah!
So, Roybert, how do you feel about this look for Infect? Obviously, not actually Infect, but mono green Infect, let's call it. Fortifying Draft, Nourishing Shoal, Ghalta. There's only Ghaltas, though, as like the big fatty payoffs. Okay, my opponent failed to join. Not my fault. Yeah, we're definitely gonna try it. I mean, it just looks too stupid to not generate some views. It essentially doesn't cost anything aside from time. I make enough donations and subs on the channel that and my success rate is high enough that this channel is actually net gain. Although I think not since its inception. I need to have a larger monthly profit to offset my early days. Not that that's what I'm doing before, but all right. Well, this hand kind of sucks in the dark, but got a lot of mana. I'll keep it. Well, we can draw stuff. We can draw stuff. Could draw stuff. Voice of Resurgence is sweet with Eldritch Evolution. Come on. Hey, thanks for the follow there, Danny Zippo90. Ka-chink. You need exclamation point in front of the word deck there, friend, if you want to see this list. From the great Davius Minimus. The greatest deck builder of the Grecian era. Oh, no problem, friend. Oh my. Well. I guess if we came here to do this, then we're gonna have the opportunity. Davius Minimus. If you actually look at the exclamation point deck list, it's linked to his stream decker. I want him to get the views from the video in that respect. He's a English brewer, father, countryman, hero, really. He's the original creator of Enigmatic Incarnation as a modern archetype. No. This list, not the Infect list. The Infect list, I mean, I'm sure there's lots of different versions of that. This Ecological Appreciation deck is probably pretty unique. Yeah, that one. All right, so they're going off. We have no graveyard hate in our sideboard, I believe. And basically none in the main deck. Wait, no, I have a Scooz, right? But I can't get to it. I don't have enough mana yet. Good lord. Alright, well, I'm just grabbing, like, Urian. I mean, they had a pretty crap dredge there. The problem is going to be the Conflag or the... Is there no Ox? Are they Oxless? Subject is Oxless. Repeat, Oxless. Problem is the Ecological Appreciation I'm going to play is not... it could get me a Scooz, maybe, but if it does, I won't have any mana left to activate it, so it's not going to work out, I don't think. Subject is Hatless. Repeat, Hatless. Still no Ox. Right. Yikes! Is that all 4 prized amalgams? It is. Fun. Jesus. Oh my god. The fact that Thrilling Discovery means that Dredge gets to keep their 7s so often now is, I think it's a bigger deal than people are gonna have thought. Yeah, I can trade here. Voice of Resurgence could, or he's going to turn into a creature that's more valuable than the 2/2. It means if I Eldritch Evolution, I can't grab. If I draw an Eldritch Evolution, I won't be able to grab Omnath. But I don't really think anything's going to matter at this point. But we'll see. I get a couple blockers this turn. I don't know why I wasn't expecting them to do that. I wasn't, though. Just modern things. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry. Might be a little dead. Moto, I hit F6. Come on, man. They heard it on stream. I know they did. Because I went, but on the button. Like, I don't just push buttons. Smack them. Like Roybert, I don't like to push people's buttons. Smack the hell out of them. Or just like look at the button sideways and then they get concerned that you did push it somehow, even though they were watching you the whole time. Buttons. Yeah, so our sideboard here is not great. We have a Loaming Shaman, which yeah, all right. Well, I guess I'll bring it in. I mean, I think Ecological Appreciation has to be too slow in this matchup, right? We just bring in the extra Evo, and I guess Teferi's not particularly good, so I'm looking for a way to keep the Eldritch Evolution or the Ecological Appreciations, though it may be detrimental to do so. Firewalker's no good. Paths are no good. Veil's no good. Burnt-in Forge Tender is basically no good. I mean, this could block the Conflag. It's probably better than Teferi as a one-of. Sure. All right, let's go. Let's go! Okay. You could play Callous Blood Mage for Graveyard Hate Fever Pitch, and in fact, we're going to play another Creature Toolbox deck at some point soon that does do that. However, this deck is not actually playing black, and the problem with Callous Blood Mage for this deck is going to be like, you have to Evo for it, Ecological Appreciation is not going to do it. I just think this deck is the worst toolbox deck, so if you only have one creature that hates graveyard stuff, that's not good enough. You need to have, like, Blood Mage, Kunaros, Yixlid Jailer, and Skooz. So you could, on X equals 3, you could get 4 things, that they have to give you 2 of them. But, I don't know. I don't really know if that's the way this deck is going to end up going in any successful manner. So I'm going to go green, red on this. We're going to play Wall of Blossoms plus Raugrun Triome on 2. I think. Yeah. And then Auriok Champion on 3, Forge Tender plus whatever else we draw. I mean, we'll see. Mostly I'm looking to draw the Eldritch Evolution. That's what I need to do. It's the only way that we can reasonably get through this. Yeah, Callous Blood Mage is definitely something we're going to play in Eldritch, or in Enigmatic Incarnation. Thanks, Robert. Just have to pick a good headspace to be in when you play a deck like that. You have to go in knowing that you're looking to 05. You're looking to 1-4. You gotta just dream crush one person. That's good enough. 20% of the time, it works all the time. Exactly. Down. I mean, this is a hand that gets to combo reasonably fast. Maybe I should have shocked for Burrington Forge Tender there, but I'm not sure. Yikes. They got the freebie. Oh, no. Uh-huh. Okay, they're not coming back with anything, so that's basically a wasted Narcomoeba. You want your Narcomoebas to be bringing back prized amalgams. Conflag X0, sure. Second Conflag X0? Jesus. I really wish I had Graveyard Hate right here, because it'd be really goddamn good. I think no matter what deck you're playing right now, you should heavily pack your Graveyard Hate. So, I think I'm just playing Resto this turn cycle. If I want to prepare for accidentally drawing my Kiki-Jiki, I need a third red mana. I have a Witness, though. Yeah. And then I have Auriok Champion or Burrington Forge Tender, but I'll play those next turn if I don't draw the combo kill. The cantrips matter, especially for those sort of decks, because Glass Cannon decks run into the irritating problem of flopping into the presence of any interaction. Maybe main deck Veil. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the better way to build the deck, Roy, would be blue-green, as you're suggesting. And then use life gain plus infect creatures. So just like tweak a blue-green infect deck where you like turn half the pump spells into like Nourishing Shoal plus the new spell. Is there any way to take advantage of the 1 mana, what is it, Feed the Clans? No, I don't think there is. The Ferocious card. I don't think that the timing's never going to work. You need your creature to be big before you... Yeah, that's not going to work. At least I don't think so. You ever run into Burn, though? You're going to have a time. Did you play Rancor in Modern Infect for a while? Was that ever a thing? It was, right? Expected to play out more like a swingy version of Buggles. Yeah. I guess that's like Rancor in the black-green version. Oh, right. Because the black-green version is slower because it's more disruptive. Well, I'm at 13. Well, I'm at 10. Damn, Dredge, you scary. Oh, it's just a life and loam? Okay, we got time. Cool. Slow Dredge opponent is slow. Mills of Nature's Claim. Huh. Oh, shoot. No! I could have killed it. Alright. That's on me. I forgot that their Narcomoeba was able to attack this turn, and blocking it could have been relevant. So I'm down 1 life where I should be. Oh. Yeah, all right. Suppose we could just win. Oh, wait. I needed to play Witness. That's okay. We should still be able to win. If I had played Witness this turn, I could have won. But Wall of Blossoms doesn't become Kiki. It becomes the Resto, which I already have in play. So, but I have a Burnt-in Forge Tender, so hopefully they won't be able to burn out my stuff. I severely goofed there. My bad, everyone. I just totally my brain unhitched after my opponent took forever on their last turn. I don't know why. It was just like Upkeep Creeping Chill just sat there forever, and I totally disengaged for a bit. Mills, Ox, and Prized Amalgam. Thanks to Burnt-in Forge Tender, I'm pretty sure we can't actually die this turn. They could dredge the majority of their deck back out. Bloodghast can put it close, but without Conflag, I think they're not going to make it. Okay, that's fine. Blood Moon in Dredge? At this time of year, at this time of day, in this format, localized entirely within their Dredge deck. I mean, I could go Ecological for 4, but I think I have to just win. I mean, I don't have to. I'm going to. Got him. It's time, folks. Let's go to work. Got him. Opponent didn't make me go through the motions. I like that. I like you, opponent. You're classy. Classy opponent. Love it. I love it. Yeah, we're good here. All right, let's go. Let's go. Yep, that is very close. Let's do it. This hand is almost good enough. It's almost perfection. Sweet Phyrexia's Ghost. Sweet Enola Gate, son. I remember when I found out what that was a reference to, I was like, oh, it's actually kind of a deep joke. I like that. I like that a lot. Good gravy, opponent. What are you up to? Playing Dredge, bruh? Gruh? The? Double queuing? Maybe. Yeah, double queuing with the sandwich. I don't know why they're double queuing with the sandwich, dude. Apparently I think they're double queuing with the sandwich. Sandwich. They're double queuing with a sandwich. Jesus. Almost made me misclick. Jeez. Hot damn. Let's rock and rumble. Damn it. Good. I was expecting Lightning Axe. Dredge 4. They get an Ancient Grudge. I'm not playing any artifacts to hate. See, this is nice. They boarded in a bunch of counter hate. I don't have any hate, so they do have a lot of dead cards. That is 2 prized amalgams coming back. Well, it's better to be lucky than good, I guess. Can Evo this turn, though? Oh my god. Not Evo. I meant to Reflector Mage and then Evo next turn. Okay, now we're in very significant trouble. I mean, I already kind of was, but that was... Elephant having sex with a pig, rough. Yeah, you clearly didn't want to see Dredge, but the deck's been great. I haven't dropped a match yet. This is going to be the first one, and we won game 2, so, I mean, the deck has legs. Ecological Appreciation, though, basically hasn't done anything. So, against Esper, they just countered the 2 that I had in game 1. And against Dredge, we don't realistically have a pile that's any good. So just like Eldritch Evolution for Kiki combo last game was how I won. So I think there's work to be done on the piles and stuff. Pygonti was suggesting that you could put Avacyn's Pilgrim at 1, and then you have 5 1-drops to grab, or you can also put in a Dryad Arbor, just other 1-drops to make 1-drop for double acceleration. Add an Arbor Elf, and that was the one that I mentioned, Arbor Elf. So Dryad Arbor is a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's an idea. I mean, it does stuff. Their last turn was really pathetic, huh? And, oh my. It can't give me... Oh, the breeding pool's in my hand. I screwed up. I was expecting to be able to get that. Okay. Could evolution for Omnath now, I guess. They don't have a conflag in their graveyard at the moment, so it's pretty good. Ugh. Yikes. There's really no way to fix this. I guess I just evolution for Omnath here. No. Or maybe I should have just put Magus in the moon and chump blocked. Whatever. It's too late now. Omnath will fix things. Or Dad tried. I had some crazy Omnath lines, so before. Not looking as good for it this game, but we could easily just top deck a fetch land and then be off to the races. Mills, Foothills, Bloodghast, Copperline Gorge, Prized Amalgam, and Bloodghast. Okay. So they have a bunch more Bloodghast, but they don't have haste yet. Pretty much all their burn is going to do more than 1 damage. Really? Wow. Their hand is not good. I'm not going to put this Deputy in until they bring their Prized Amalgams back, so let's just go Breeding Pool, Birds, and then the Burnton actually prevents... Eco's just a value card, so I doubt it's going to be good versus Dredge. You also gave up on the matchup. Yeah, I mean, I think you just need to... Like, if you're playing an 80-card deck without enough tutors, it's just not something you can do, and that's fine. Like, every deck's going to have some poor matchups. My opponent, unfortunately, is having poor draws. Unfortunately for them. Great for us. They have no dredgers? Oh, no, they've got a thug. One guy is straight thugging in there. This dude is straight thugging. I'm surprised it's a warrior, not a rogue. But I guess rogue wasn't a creature type at the time? No, it was. Maybe it wasn't. Either way. They need G mana. No, I mean, obviously their mana's not working out so good. Or maybe white as well? You think they just drew? They haven't drawn yet. Still on upkeep. I think they could draw, although... Oh no, it's all good, buddy. No problem. I know it's funny. Backseating when you're used to playing is really weird. Oh, it's all good, Pi. We lost to Dredge in game 1. We squeaked out a win in game 2 by just assembling the combo. A turn late because I screwed up, but we did get there. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. So if I kill the Thug, they have to put something from the graveyard on top that realistically they don't want. But it doesn't actually hurt them because then the Thug's in the graveyard, they just dredge it. So let's just block and kill the Prized Amalgam and take 2. And then I can Deputy both the Thugs and start beating down, which is kind of hilarious. Deputy both the Thugs. Yeah. Unless we draw something better. I still have a Urian I could be grabbing. Larming Shaman. Vanifar deck is playable, but not Urian. Potentially. I've played a Vanifar deck that was 60 cards. So I could loam their entire yard away. What do I mean I could? Why am I saying I could? That is what I'm going to do, right? Loam, and then Deputy? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Sometimes the good guys win. Oh, if I'd I could have shocked. I forgot my birds was a mana source. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't. I wasn't. I thought you meant one turn then the next. I don't know why. Again, I'm not on my game today at all. It's fine. Hey, you. Shuffle this. No, let's do it the other way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, do I... Maybe attack first? Oh, yeah. Stop trying to punt with your deck. I'm not trying to punt with your deck. I want to give it the best possible showing, sir. Don't shuffle the good cards. Damn it. Wait, what good cards? Because, like, you want to shuffle in the prized amalgams, for sure. Like, I don't... Alright. You can explain to me how I screwed that up later. Wouldn't shuffle Shriekhorn. Okay, yeah. I'm sure there's I'm sure there's a percentage of the cards that I shouldn't have shuffled in. You can explain to me which ones I should and shouldn't have shuffled in and their relative values at the moment. I'm just failing to play this game even on a basic level already, so I need to just try to zone in on what I can focus on right now. I can't explain why I'm playing so poorly, but yeah, like Cathartic, if they draw it now, is obviously going to be really good for them. Thoughtseize not that good for them. Attacking here is free. If they block, they put on top the 1/1 as Time Walk. Okay, yeah, see, that I should have done. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing I'm not, like, I can't process this stuff right now. I don't know why. I was blaming my opponent earlier for taking forever on inconsequential decisions, but it's really not their fault. At this point, it's pretty obviously my problem. Yeah, but it's not... We're not ahead enough that we can't lose, dude. We're not ahead enough that we can't lose. Like, not even close. We're ahead, but, like, they can start flipping their entire deck back on the table again. Okay. So this is good attack. And then if both their thugs don't die, if both their thugs die, they each have to put each other on top. So they should block with Thug Narcomoeba, and then I can Reflector the other Thug. What they could do is block with all 3. Yeah. I get it. They're gonna get to dredge the Narcomoeba back out. Yeah, I understand. But I mean, I have to start trying to. Well, I don't have to start trying to close this game, but I'm gonna play Magus, which should lock out a good number of their spells from here on out. So we'll. I mean, dude, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you're like, oh, the attack was free last turn. Oh, now it's not free, and I'm like, obviously, I'm not processing any of it particularly well enough. Attacking with Shaman might not have been good. You have Orion. It looks like it's going to work out. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, these are the types of things that I'm trying to figure out right now, and I'm just doing a spectacularly bad job at. I don't know that I'm supposed to play Magus this turn, but I am going to go Reflector Mage, because they're about to put a Thug in their hand. And then I'm going to pick up Orion. You missed the free attack last turn? I mean, that's fine. I'm always going to miss the free attacks, if we're going to be honest. Like, I'm terrible at figuring out where and when I'm supposed to attack and where it's free and whatever. There are no Creeping Chills in their exile? Crazy. No, I'm just terrible at getting like needle damage. Like I never look for free attacks. It's just a huge flaw. Yeah, I just have a huge. I can do big attacks, no problem. I can work out a lot of combat math. It's just like if I'm playing a deck like this, and like normally we end up either winning through overwhelming value and the opponent just concedes, or you get your combo kill and you kill them. But like very, very frequently, especially in Modern with the fetch shock mana base, you can poke opponents for like 1 damage here and 2 damage there, and all of a sudden near the end of the game they're at 3 and they can't fetch and shock or whatever as freely, and it's a big deal, and I just don't do it very well. Luckily, they didn't hit anything important there. They put the Thug in their hand that they cannot cast, so we get more attacks this turn. And then if I play Magus, they absolutely cannot cast it. So Magus is not great for me, but it might be coming in here anyway, especially with that draw. I think this game is over. Loaming Shaman, they scooped. Loaming Shaman came in the clutch, and we're now 2-0. With almost no dredge hate, we combo killed them in game 2, and we threw our hate pieces in game 3. So we've lost every game 1. You cut the Shaman, lol. Well, we were talking about it before. If you put in Yixlid Jailer, Kunaros, Shaman, and Skoos, then theoretically that has you covered for an eco for 3. But so 4 Arbor Elves, 2 birds, 1 goose, 1 noble, 1 Auriok Champion, Prince, Fblthp, Ice-Fang, Voice, 4 Wall of Blossoms, 1 Wall of Omens. So these are your 2s. 3s are Deputy, Knight, Magus, Reflector Mage, Rallier, Pyromancer, and 4 Skyclaves. 4 Heart-Piercer, Omnath, Resto, and then Kiki and Zealous Conscripts. Oh, Zealous Conscripts won us a game against Esper, by the way. Yeah, this deck is not playing back, but you could. And if you did play black, you could put in the Callous Blood Mage as one of your graveyard pieces, and the there's Ephemerates. I was thinking about Ephemerates. Anytime I see Witness in a deck, I think about Ephemerate. Are you willing to cut the last Renin 6 or the 1 Renin 6 for the 3rd Ephemerate? Because I feel like it's probably better, but I'm not sure. You cut the Witness? Dude, you can't cut the Witness when you put in the Ephemerate. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't inspect the sideboard carefully enough. I'm already clearly kind of fried, so I can't put more information in my brain right now. Windborn Muse. That's some tech right there. Wreck those prowess players. Is Graveborn Muse modern legal? I think that it is. I think it's in a core set. I love that card. It's terrible, but I love that card. Windborn Muse, less than Stonehorn Dignitary. Sure, but it's cooler. Stonehorn is already, like, very rare. He didn't call you a bum, he called you a sponge. Sponge! I'll show him what a sponge can do. What does Selma or Patty call him? It's like, well, look who's back. Someone. Because I gotta look that up, because I just love, like, it's like, why do you want this license so badly? So I can nail it to Homer Simpson's fat head. Really? Oh yeah, Emma, are you interested in playing the part of Agnes Skinner and or the superintendent and the principal singers? Skinner with his crazy explanation. The superintendent's gonna need his medication. When he hears Skinner's lame explanations, there'll be trouble in town tonight. Skinner! Oh, another graveyard deck. Well, this could be a problem. I do like The Simpsons more than you. Absolutely. Homer had a piece of food stuck on his face for 3 days. And it wasn't little either. It was a chicken wing. Wing. I just love that she fixates on just the word wing. I'm going to bomb it out these geese, I guess. Even though they could living end as soon as next turn. I think that's probably okay. I really realistically don't think, yeah, like we're just gonna die no matter what we do, but like running out all the geese means that maybe if we draw like some spectacular spell next turn, we can cast it. Some men hunt for sport, others hunt for food. The only thing I'm hunting for is an outfit that looks good. Yeah. Still working on that cover. I haven't written all the lyrics for See My Decks. See my vest, made of real gorilla chest. See this sweater, there's no better than authentic Irish setter. See this hat, 'twas my cat, my evening wear, vampire bat. These white slippers were albino, African endangered rhino. Yeah, it might be the best song from The Simpsons. I mean, I like all of the ones from that era. We Put the Spring in Springfield. I'm supposed to play this Manticore, right? We Put the Spring in Springfield. What's a Pooh's song? What is it called? Who Needs the Quickie Mart? Song is fantastic. Whether igloo, hut, or lean-to, or a geodesic dome. Baby on Board? Baby on Board's a good song, too. Baby on board, something, something, Burt Ward. That thing writes itself. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really call that a Simpsons original song, Shauna, but it is funny. And that was one of those things that got around like the grade schools. When I was in grade school, we knew the lyrics to Bart's, parody version of Jingle Bells, and we did not know where it was from, or at least I didn't. That may have been a thing before The Simpsons. They may have actually gotten that from like school kids. Anyway, here comes the living end. All right. Oh, yeah. Living enemy, daddy. Ah, yeah. We are the mediocre presidents. You won't find faces on dollars and cents. There's Taylor, there's Tyler, there's someone, and there's Hayes. I'm William Walter Harrison. I died in 30 days. Should do a collab with Remy. I would be interested in doing that, but okay. So Deputy eats 2 curators temporarily, and then we die to the rest of the nonsense. But you know, we'll go down swinging. If you swangin', you rangin'. If you stangin', you twangin'. I don't remember the lyrics to Bang Bang. And I think the more that I do it, the more offensive it's going to get, because I shouldn't be singing Nicki Minaj lyrics. Is it Nicki Minaj? Ariana Grande? Ariana Grande, Jessie J, and... Yeah, we need to do the Simpsons watch party stream, for sure. I'm free this weekend if you're in for it. I missed your message last weekend. The timing was god-awful. I mean, I'm just as dead to this as I was before, so okay. Because those have summoning sickness. Didn't really accomplish anything. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so let's go to 3. Yeah, I got a pie. I got it. Don't worry. Get a literal dozen people? Yo, we gonna do it up. We can premiere the principal and the superintendent before we start watching episodes. Assuming that Ross does his bit over the week. Part of me is assuming it's not actually going to come together, and I won't be upset if it doesn't. But yeah, we're just dead here anyway. But it's possible. Someone in my chat pitched the idea of me doing the entire script from steamed hams, and it was just one of those moments where I went, you know, it'd be way more fun is to get people from the Magic community to do it with me. And who better than Emma and Ross? And I don't know why Ross immediately said yes. I fired off that tweet yesterday, and then I just went to the kitchen. I started cooking. Was it you, El Rodeo-san? You're a hero. Oh, Lavinia. Good catch. Good catch, Pie. Yeah. Well, perfect timing, buddy. Lavinia OP. Well, is she still bugged? I believe she might be. So in terms of cuts, probably don't need... Oh, Felidar plus Auriok Champion plus Resto gives me infinite life. I believe the bug is that if you have Lavinia in play, your opponent can't cast non-creature spells. Period. That's what I was told. So what appears to be happening, as far as I infer from the Spaghetti Code of Magic Gathering, which I haven't looked at, well, no, it's just been in the last patch, Davius. Apparently, someone tore up a vintage tournament, and Lavinia is a card that they normally play, but apparently that's where the bug sort of sourcing came from, was finding out because they play Lavinia in the format that something's going wrong with the definition of mana value and her static ability, so it's not calculating it properly, so it just doesn't know what to do, and it just locks out all their non-creature spells. We'll see. If it's true, my opponent can file for reimbursement if I get a Lavinia into play. And I will endeavor not to use the card. The Venn diagram of MTG personalities in Simpsons is small but great. Agreed. You, me, Ross Merriam, and Mark Rosewater. So the problem with going for it too fast, though, aka the Pin Pals, with Mark Rosewater as our Mr. Burns. So we need an auto. Do we? No, I feel like I'm the auto. Make this beer. I give you free gelato. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. So I think I'm going this way, and then next turn I play the Skoos with 2 mana up, or maybe even 3 mana up. So I don't think they have counters for creatures so much, especially green cards. I think they usually play Mystical Dispute, etc. Gotta get that lobster harmonica. Oh, I was this close to getting that college degree. Emma, do you remember off the top of your head how Otto describes Bart's guitar when he sees it? This is not like a deep cut Simpsons question. I just happened to remember it, and it's funny because I saw that there was an MTG personality whose name was basically that description. And so I was like, oh, they must be a big Simpsons fan. And I went and asked about it, and they were like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, weird. Crazy happenstance. He calls it a cherry axe, and I think he says Bartman. And there's a MTG streamer that's Cherry X Man, and it's just crazy to me that that isn't a reference. I think he says Cherry Axe Bart Dude, but when I saw Cherry X Man, I was like Cherry Axe Bartman, because I think he calls him Bartman at least once. Yeah, Cherry X Bartman, Bart Dude. I think he says Bart Dude. Bartman sounds wrong in that context, but either way, Cherry Axe I enjoy. Then he serenades the bus with all 15 minutes of Freebird. Actually, he stops before the guitar solo, so really it's like 2 minutes. Oh, right. This is still a Wrath. Well, I'm in trouble anyway. Although this means if they do another Living End, then we're in good shape. And I have cantrips and stuff here, so I'm not dead or anything. What are you trying to play, Pollywaddly Doodle? Yeah? Well, it sounds Pollywally crappy. Yeah. That's okay. Fblthp will do his job. Die for my glory. Little homunculus boy. the Living End sine wave. Well, we're going to be great on the second Living End. Bad on the third Living End. But good on the fourth Living End. The Frogurt contains potassium benzoate. That's bad. The toy comes with a terrible curse. That's bad. But it comes with a free Frogurt. No, free frozen yogurt, which I call Frogurt. Comes with a free frozen yogurt, which I call Frogurt. I love that crazy shop guy. I think he's a reference to Big Trouble in Little China, which is a phenomenal movie. When he hears Skinner's crazy explanation, there's been trouble in town tonight. Skinner! Superintendent Chalmers. Harry Shearer and Hank Azaria too in that scene. Just like the two greatest supporting actors on The Simpsons. Just killing it. Oh my god. So freaking good. Uh-oh. Oh no, they're hard casting one of their creatures. Well, we'll just start out where we are, Em, which is in season 3 or 4. So, no danger there. Blink Bomb. Named Thalid. Really mess with your opponent. Treehouse of Horror season 4. Perfect. So we're not gonna watch it. Lemonade? Mmm. Yes, please. This lemonade really hits the spot, doesn't it, though? They love and share, and love and share. Love, 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 share, share, share. It was the Itchy and Scratchy show. It's already done. Trilobite. Jellyfish is good. Isn't there's something like Philosopher, isn't there, Pi? There's a Philosopher from Theros, but I don't remember what creature type it is. But there's a creature with creature type Philosopher. Sorry, with the title Philosopher. Just spirits? Oh, right, it's a spirit. Right. The Philosopher is a spirit. That's right. All right, opponent, counter it. Put it in my graveyard for your living end. I dare you. I double dare you. No, but I think there's a creature that has like Philosopher in his name, isn't it? Yeah, Eidolon of Philosophy. There we go. That's the one I'm thinking of. But it's just a spirit. That makes sense. So, should I clone my Deputy here and take their Ardent Plea, and then when the Deputy dies, they get another Ardent Plea trigger, and then they exile Living End? But do they have to exile it? What's the actual text? When you cast this spell, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card that costs less. You may cast it, put the exile cards on the bottom. So if they don't cast it, it just goes back in, right? Yeah. Okay, so we want to draw before the Pyromancer goes off. For sure. Because I can keep the Eldritch. Jeez. Not the best draw there. Yeesh. Should have copied Bop and floated green. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking about copying the Birds of Paradise, but I was like, well, what am I going to do with it? The obvious answer was activate the Skoos that was coming back. Well, that's a win next turn. That is a win next turn. Okay, so Evolution for Witness. Wait, hold on. Do I have enough mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I do. The transformer sounds our construction that's going on the roof of the building. It's been going on for 2 weeks, and it's going to be going on for another 4. Yeah, that's the plan, Dave. That's the plan. I have only drawn ecos when my opponent had infinite counter magic. I kept them because, like, I mean, they are what this deck's supposed to be doing, quote unquote. Not that it matters what it's supposed to be doing, but like, I don't know. It feels weird to just like board out the card that's your deck name. So if they have an artifact to put into play, I die. But I think the only artifact remaining in their deck is the 4th Blastdust Hulk, so I don't think they'll have it. But if they do, we're ultra mega dead. There'll be trouble in town tonight. Scanner! So what am I gonna resto, assuming it resolves? The best thing to do is like go for a situation where even if I don't resolve the resto, I'm in a good spot. So I think the least important creatures for me are these two. If everything goes right, it doesn't matter sort of what, I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking here. Block with Witness and Elemental Flick of the Witness. No, see, the danger there, Pi, is if they counter it, then I lose the Witness, which I think I want. Oh, they're tapping out for a creature here? Oh, it's over. Wonderful. Okay. I think losing my least important creatures was the plan there, because they play a lot of counter magic in their deck, especially post board. So I can flicker the Witness here just for they just concede. They know I have the Kiki in hand. I'll be back in a second. Just grabbing a little more water. All right. So far, our record is always lose game 1, win game 2, 3. So let's keep it up. Let's go 3-0. That was almost a black metal grunt. I'm just saying, if anyone wants to design me a prog champ emote with some progressive rock or progressive metal face doing the pog face, could eventually become an emote on my channel. This means I can't play Lavinia on 2? No, I can. Okay, I can. Turn 3 Omnath with a fetch land to back it up. All right. So I just need them not to have Mystical Dispute. Bet my ass Hacken could deliver a good template. Good to. I mean, for me, it should be someone who I. Oh, hold on. Can't do it that way. It should be someone who I like. So it's got to be someone from like Rush or Dream Theater or Genesis or Yes, but obviously not Phil Collins. Blue. Whoa! Hello. Mystical Dispute this asshat. I don't mean that, opponent. You're a lovely person. Oh shit, the cops are here. Kiki-Jiki not having a flavor text feels like a crime. Goblins without flavor text are just sad. Let's go read some good goblin flavor text from Champions of Kamigawa. Good old cock block. I mean chalk block. Obviously, Betrayers of Kamigawa was BOK, Saviors of Kamigawa was SOK, and so Champions of Kamigawa was, of course, CHK. These are the facts, people. I'm not making them up. My Lavinia is flying. She can fly, she can fly, she can fly, she can fly, she can fly. Okay, so they can have petty theft this turn. Not that there's anything I can do about it. So let's go Candat. Take him for 2. Bang. Boof. Bath. Crack. Then we play Omnath, which is, that's a totally legit, reasonable thing to be doing on turn 3. With our land drop still available. Dead and Gone is CMC 4. That's not how that works for casting it, though, Pi. You're either casting it for 1 or for 3. It's 4 in every other zone except for the stack. So I have... No, I don't have double white. So let's grab white. And I'm going to play Wall of Blossoms plus Fetch Urion. So that's Shock. This gives me double red and double white. Okay. Sorry, Pi. Am Judge. Yeah, so they changed the rules on split cards when Amonkhet came out. And they basically broke it down to 2. There's 2 costs, or 2 places where the cards can have a cost. There's the stack, where it has the cost of the card you've played, or not the stack, where it has the sum cost of both halves of the card. Obviously, adventure cards don't apply to this, because reasons. Shut up. Turn 2 breaking entering with Emrakul. Yeah, that deck got very broken. When he hears Skinner's lame explanation, there'll be trouble in town tonight. Skinner! Alright. So, play Pyromancer this turn. Keep digging for Eldritch Evolution or Teferi or what have you. We can do it before combat. MDFCs are also weird with that. Yeah. Am I discarding Kiki-Jiki here? It seems crazy, but like... No, that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. Yeah. I think I just discard the 2 lands. I have an Omnath in play, though. I'm playing Urian this turn, so let's discard that. So they're dead next turn? I need the Omnath to be in play to do it. They probably can't remove Lavinia and cast Living End, right? Yeah, ditching 2 creatures would have been fine. It's just that I was considering playing the Orion this turn. Maybe I should have, just for all the value. But I need the mana burst next turn. So I have red, and the Misty can become the red. Play fetch, so if they want a dead gone Lavinia, you can fetch and resto. That's not how that works. I wouldn't have that. I don't have 2 triggers on their turn. Unless you're expecting them to do it at this end step, but they didn't. This is getting really... Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah. I mean, I just have lethal on deck here, right? So playing Kiki/Resto is gonna... Well, maybe they have the Violent Outburst. They still need to remove the Lavinia, though. Wow, am I spoiled. Just attack for lethal, right? They have to do something. Could play the Kiki? No, I can't play the Kiki without fetching. I can play the Kiki, though, and leave up the mana for Resto. Yeah, that's how we do it. Poppy the... Attack with Kiki-Jiki? Maybe they're going to kill Omnath here, or, like, bounce it? What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. I think we all just need to appreciate the art on Ben Aki Hermit, by the way. He's wearing a little squiddly diddly on his head. Just a little squiddly. A little squid bro. Kiki-Jiki. Disqualified. Not cool. Yeah, we got him. They conceded to that. Man, if you love music, you love freedom. Alright, so we're on the 3-0 because we're lucky as hell. It's okay, I'm just sucking up all your luck there, Dave. Just like Mord and... well, Mord specifically does for me against... Tron on Enigmatic. I never, ever, ever just have the opening hand Spreading Seas against Tron. If I do, they have, like, I don't know, like main deck, something stupid. Davius is absolutely the authority on creature combo decks in Modern, as far as I'm concerned. I would imagine you've basically tried it all. Anyway, Ben Aki Hermit, just the best. Little squid on his head. Most of the Kamigawa Goblin flavor text is kind of sucky, though. Although Hanabi Blast looks good. The most powerful of Aki fire spells were developed at the cost of blood, toil, tears, sweat, and usually a nose or two. There you go. Kamigawa best set ever? I can't agree with that one. But it's not bad. Opponents on 6. I'll keep this slowness. Maybe we'll finally be against Burn or something. Stronghold? I don't know Stronghold well enough. I mean, for me, it's Onslaught. Onslaught is the king of all sets, as far as I'm concerned. And the Goblin flavor text in it is just A+++++. I think because they spent an entire block doing dwarves, and they had it all pent up. Oh, it's Yawgmoth. Probably. Okay, so we'll go Raugr and Triome into... Okay, we got a pretty good curve going here. I know, Shauna. We had a moment. We'll talk about it later. All of roots. Creature combo v creature combo. Gilded Goose. Sure. Well, we can weave that in next turn. Which means on turn 4 we get Omnath plus the fetch land. So if we live that long, we'll be in okay shape. Don't really want either of those. Okay. Not a problem yet. So let's hold on to as many fetch lands for post Omnath as possible. However, if I want to play Sprawl into Pyromancer this turn, I think that blocks me out of playing Omnath next turn. Does it? No, it doesn't. So I can go Sprawl goes on ground for blue or white. White better. Yeah, white mo better. Then red. Yeah, okay. White. Red, red. Red. Well, I guess I'm discarding Witness. Or both fetch lands. I can't discard both fetch lands. This is fine. Not great, but it's fine. Not the best draw. Oh no! Yawgmoth has pro-humans and my board is all humans. Ooh. Oh no! This is the Wombo combo, right? They get a snake? So I just don't have creatures anymore? Yeah. Fuck. This deck is so obnoxious against these kind of decks. Yawgmoth is basically unbeatable. It synergizes with way too many cards in their deck. They're going to lose a bunch of life here, but I can't imagine I get to come back. And, like, I don't get to trigger anything off of Omnath because of his game life trigger. Yeah, it's not looking good, Dave. I think I have to immediately top deck Skyclave here to have a reasonable shot. Yeah, Yawgmoth. Well, Yawgmoth is the creature combo fun killer. I mean, it's also very good against most removal decks too. Esper doesn't have an easy time against Yawgmoth. Like, you can if their draw's not that good. If they have to like mulligan and then they have to like hoard off a bunch of like crappy dorks, and then you can like counter that. But they have very yeah. Okay, we're just done here. Am I? If I draw Skyclave right now, they're gonna have 7 cards in hand. So it's basically impossible for me to win from this point. But I'll stay for a draw. If I hit the Skyclave immediately, take them off Yawgmoth, it could potentially be kind of okay. Not likely, but okay. Fun fact, guys, this card was supposed to be the Cleopatra analog, because we all know the famous story of Cleopatra generating Death Touch snakes. I mean, dealing poison counters. Well, -1/-1. Well, shut up. Have I flooded out? I think I've flooded out a bunch of times. So Magus is insane. It like blocks out their entire deck. Teferi's not particularly good, I think. Lavinia does block big chords. Probably like to have her. Eldritch Evolution for a quicker combo. You don't like Lavinia? Well, I don't love it, but I'm just like, it works, but it's not great. All right, no Lavinia it is. Just cut a couple of walls. They're not particularly good here. I'm not dropping the Magus. I have enough ways to take their creatures off the battlefield. They're mana creatures, Dave, and if I just hit them with the Magus, it's a free win. Their deck has a terrible mana base. Terrible. Like, if you Magus them early, they can't survive. I know they have a lot of mana creatures, so sometimes you're not going to be able to do it, but sometimes you will, and I take the free wins where I can get them on that. Okay. Voice is probably worse than Wall of Omens. I guess so. My problem is I like having all the 1-ofs, and then I like having the 2 snakes, but you play some Veils. They used to run Thoughtseize. I don't know. Maybe. Can I keep this? Probably not. Yeah, that's true. I don't think I should keep that. It's better. It's not great, but it's better. Even if I had Veil, I wouldn't be able to play it there, so. Because I would have played the birds on 1. Assuming that they would have prioritized playing Acceleration on 1 against this deck. They're reading. Yeah, I wanted them to take Ecological, but they read it. Probably better than I did, because the first couple times I read it, I missed the Exile Ecological Appreciation part at the end because it was already way too fair. And I was thinking, oh, they'd never do that to us. They'd never put the Exile clause on it. I mean, then it would just be pointless, almost. Like, it shuffles the creatures into your deck, but also it exiles itself. It's like, what? Why? They're bastard-coated bastards with bastard filling. Yeah. So I think I'm supposed to get rid of the birds here. I guess getting rid of the wall gets rid of 2 mana if they have a cord. But on the flip side, the wall is not permanent mana. Although I've never really seen it go down to 0 counters. So it's probably not the correct way to think about it. Oh, plus the wall costs 2. Although it rebates you 1, so really it costs 1. On most turns, they can work it in a sequence where they only end up paying it for 1. They don't have to play it last. Either way, they could just play Yawgmoth this turn. Yeah. If Ecological was Inquisition proof, that would be nice. This turn, we're likely to play Urian, Flicker the Reflector Mage, and reflect whatever it is they spend their time on. Unless they play Yawgmoth because it has protection from humans. Fblthp, 2 walls, and Prince? I guess. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Prince, Ice-Fang, Wall, Fblthp. Sure. It's very close. I think the walls are better, Dave. You prefer Urian extra turn to find mana, but putting the creatures into play to draw cards means the Urian goes big. Ver big. which gives me like 3 extra draws on the next turn. I could find the path, because all I need at the moment is a path to keep me in this game. I'm going double wall now that they played the Grolf's Messenger. So double wall Fblthp Prince. Yeah, that's true too. We did it! We cast Ecological Appreciation. Wait! Yeah, I saw it, Pi. I just don't care. It's not that useful. I looked at it and I was like, nah. Nah. It ain't me, fam. Yeah, Skoos could have been okay. I mean, I don't think they're going to give it to me. So maybe it forces them to... I don't know. I think I'm probably getting double wall here. We'll see. We could get wall plus Prince. We could get wall plus Fblthp. If they're worried about me blocking them forever. Double wall. Okay. Not unexpected. 60% of the time, you get 2 walls every time. Man, I don't hate 2 walls. It's a lot of card draw. Hey, look, we got that Ice-Fang that we wanted. Dave, remember how you wanted that Ice-Fang? We got it. In Pog form. Yeah, we're fine with everything. I mean, none of it's spectacular, right? That was a fine eco. Just fine. I mean, it really did put a lot of value in. That was a big value play for 5 mana. The question is it going to be worth anything? Like, that kind of thing in Modern is just not normally going to be good enough, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And now what? Do you have the other one in your hand? Of course they do. Young Wolf. Oh, they're going to try to draw it, of course. Oh, we're almost dead. They have enough life to drain us out. They have more than enough life to drain us out. The question is, can they draw enough creatures to do it? That they can cast in a single turn. They have more than enough life to kill us. The question is, can they draw more creatures? Because each time they cycle, they need a different creature other than the Grolf's Messenger. Yeah, the colorless land is going to pants them. Maybe they should have filtered for green-green before they started doing this. Okay. What does that get me? Yeah, I know. This gets me Skyclave, though. Or Omnath. Omnath gets me Orion. I'm not doing anything yet. Don't worry, Davey. Don't worry. So, Eldritch Evolution to Omnath. Omnath gains me 4. Then I Orion. Reflector Mage the Grolf's Messenger. Zealous Conscript? Well, first of all, what do you want to take? Because it's a human, so I can't take Yawgmoth. Not that I've mentioned that yet, but yeah, humans are creatures. I think getting Omnath is probably the right way to do this. Although, I mean, Skyclave Apparition is like the quitter talk way to do this. How do you deal with Yaga if you take Omnath? Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not worried about it. They have another one in their hand. Whatever. Because we're going to bounce the Reflector Mage, and then... Unless there's something I'm missing. I don't think that there is. Yeah. Could use this to sacrifice Omnath to kill Yawgmoth. Or use it to sacrifice Urian next turn. I know we're joking, that might be a good line. It might be, actually. I can also play Ice-Fang. I don't hate it. Yeah, alright. I mean, I hate it, but I don't hate it. The value. We have maximum value. Omnath, you die for us all. My life for Ire. I mean, Ner'zhul. I'll need reading. Are you telling me people don't know constructed staple Heart-Piercer Manticore? That's a heartbreaker, Davius. Not Masticore, Manticore. It's a totally different type of mythological creature, sir. Don't you know who I am? I have your Reddit post linked here. I'm gonna link it on the episode or on the YouTube video description, Dave. But there you go. Oh! Oh, the play! Oh, the play! Oh, we got. It's okay, we're never winning this game anyway, apparently. Well, the Dross Messenger is gone. So... maybe we get there, but that was sick from the opponent. They have 8 cards in hand, so it's very unlikely we get through this. Yeah. They have an Evo? Wonder if I should have bolted them anyway? I mean, it didn't matter. I don't think it was a good idea to sacrifice the Omnath if I wasn't going to get some real good value out of it. The fact that you can't sack the Heart-Piercer to itself really sucks. Like, it's not even... Bolt was fine, so they can't combo it with the Messenger. I don't think that's true. I think they had enough life, didn't they? They had more than enough. I mean, I didn't know that they had a second Messenger at hand. I guess if you were talking about the one in play, plus, like... But I don't know. Maybe I was just assuming the fact that they had 7 into 8 cards, like, they were going to have enough. Like, or they were going to just, like, take me apart, right? Like, they were going to find a million things to do. And they could draw... Like, even if they didn't have the kill right away, they could draw probably 3 or 4 cards to start with. Still, we're doing better than we realistically should be, so I'm a happy camper. Yeah. I mean, I made them play it out the next turn, so we saw that they had a unbeatable hand. I think we went for a reasonable shot, and we were dead anyway we sliced it. If we go for the big value turn, we die. Actually, if I went for Reflector Mage on the Geralf's Messenger, well, they just sack it, because they had everything they needed in their hand. So, no, it doesn't matter. When it's on a Urian deck with Utopia Sprawl. Uh-oh. Wait, Davius, do you not know about all my Simpsons memes? Like all my Simpsons magic memes and stuff? You're a dad, so I assume you're actually busy with your life. Can you imagine a world without counterspells? Nope. It's a bad Niv player. No acceleration for you. I did make those. Tons and tons of them. Oh, this one hurts now. All right. Yeah, it's just. I guess I could just gobble up their Teferi, but it's not particularly tempo positive. You don't like Fuck Tron, Emma? I thought that would be your favorite shirt with Danny DeVito. It's a Salt Translator. It measures the pitch, frequency, and urgency of the player's cries and translates in plain English exactly what the player's trying to say. There's so many. All right. I'm gonna play Fblthp plus Goose or Fblthp plus Scoose. They're gonna go up to 4 mana next turn, but they can't go Omnath into land, and they can't Niv. So realistically, the Teferi's not a big problem for me. So I just want to find combo pieces right now. And then if they do play an Omnath, they gave me the Skyclave to reset. Fblthp plus Goose? Yeah, it might be. That's unfortunate. Fblthp plus Burn. Which format needs a ban? Modern or Pioneer? Pioneer. Nobody ever picks Modern. That's actually very dated. That was from a specific point in time. That was when they unbanned Oath of Nissa and didn't ban any of the combo decks in Pioneer. Much to the shock and horror of everyone who played Pioneer at the time. Not everyone, but most of the people, I think. Okay. So I could Evolution for Omnath. If... Oh, but I can't do it with a land drop up. That never says Italy. Well, especially when the other option is France. I mean, come on. Oh no, I can do that. Okay. So the problem here is going to be if they have a removal spell for my Omnath. But, I mean, reasonably, I don't think I'm playing around that. Bonjour, ya cheese-eating surrender monkeys. They didn't have anything? Oh, that's crazy. Willie, go up into the vent. Get the dog out. Ah, cut, man! I just know Skinner and Willie have a great back and forth there. You get up in there, you, slack-jawed work slacker. Well, we could come back. I know work slacker's in there. Are you foul-mouthed? Oh, could come back. Great. So I got 3 plus Goose. Yeah, we're good here. So just go after their Teferi. And then I'll have Urian next turn to reset my Skyclave, assuming the worst. All right. Maximum while you play turn engage. Man, if we draw your card now, if we draw the Ecological Appreciation now, we're going to be in business. You guys ready to draw a lot of cards and potentially win the game, actually? Oh, there's the Luris one. I'm proud of certain parts of that one. Did they kill my land? Oh, they're going to verdict me. Oh, I see. Everything's gone horribly, horribly awry. Oh, I get to smack him for 4, though. I'm excited for the moment where I lose all my permanents here. I mean, not all of them. Oh, look, they're taking their free attack. That's just rude, opponent. It's just rude kicking a man when he's down. Land, bring to light Supreme Verdict. Let's do it. Cowards! Ugh, I had so much mana. I am the #1 Magic / Simpsons meme generator. It's not much, but it's honest work. There's no way they get Niv here. Yeah, it's verdict. Womp womp. God, I hate playing creature decks against Wraths. Especially when everything in my deck isn't a cantrip. Like, most of it is, but not enough. The work's bad, but the pay is also poor. The work is bad, but at least my coworkers suck. Of course they're gonna have the... Oh my god. No. Niv, why? Oh, this is not a fetch. Well, eat my goose. Strozmon. Boop, boop. They have the Helix. Of course they do. Oh, Vanishing Verse. Okay, so it doesn't matter how big my scoop. Got it. Good, good, good. I'm going to scoop this one in a second here. Man. But even if I top deck a Kiki-Jiki, I can't play it. We're just going to scoop this one out. Let's go game 2. Vanishing Verse. I'm not a fan of this card. It's probably fine, but I'm just not a fan of it. I just want Vindicate, goddammit. We definitely want Teferi. You don't think I was done there? I was done there. I mean, maybe we hadn't really lost yet, but I don't know, man. They just broke my spirit. Resto destroys the 3/3 token? Yeah, but it doesn't... Yeah. I don't know. It's Niv, though. Yeah. I mean, they just broke my spirit with the verdict. I was just, like, not in that game anymore mentally. Do I want Veil? I don't think that I want Veil. I know a chunk of their removal is black, but, like... Heart-Piercer seems real speculative against the deck with infinite life gain cards. And then Felidar's okay, but Auriok Champion I don't need. Lavinia can shut down their Bring to Lights. Just not good enough. Can we just do it like this? Yeah, it's just not... They have too much removal. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather draw a card that's going to cantrip most of the time. You have to get through the removal? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have a creature that draws me a card. Alright. Ecological as is if it was X1 in a green, or like XGG. Deputy was cuttable for Lavinia. Yeah, it probably was. You're right. I wasn't looking at all the potential. Jeez. Oh my god, why? It's fine. It's not really a big deal. I just wanted this game to go a little smoother. I finally had the Ecological Appreciation in my hand in a matchup where like casting it for value might be. No, not really. I don't know. We'll see. The wheels have fallen off. I mean, we got incredibly lucky the first 3 matches. It was some cool Magic to watch, but I don't think it was particularly legitimate, let's say. Got excessively lucky, which I don't mind. Opponent says that has a lot of words, Keck W. And then they put it in my graveyard. Okay. Okay, well, at least they took what is essentially the worst card in the hand. I can play the Sprawl. It's not great because if they have Assassin's Trophy, they can blow this up. But think you'd pick up your Ryan? I wanted to Ice-Fang, but you're probably right. You and Mord and Pi, for that matter, all really like to pick up Urian way more aggressively than I do. I would rather draw a card in almost every game state, but like I know I lose 1 mana by doing it, but so go play Foundry, tapped. Go attack. Plus the Teferi. This is blocking out their Bring to Lights. Not that they have them yet, but could be. Teferi bouncy token. Well, I don't want them to ping it off with a Wrenn and 6. Because if they don't need the lands, they'll just do that, and Teferi has a huge amount of value against them. And then this turn, if they do plus the Wrenn and 6, then I can bounce the Sprawl, or whatever they play with it. Because they're not... If they play Omnath, I bounce the Omnath. I'm not sure either. I'm just explaining, yeah, that's the way I went. Yeah. Their biggest play this turn is Omnath. They could just have removal, which means I probably should have down-ticked it, but then they get the option to just Wrenn and 6 ping, which is no good. So, whereas now I get to bounce the Sprawl and put them back a mana without risking the Teferi. I can also play Zealous Conscript and gain control of their sprawled land. But the Sprawl will add mana to my mana pool. Jeez. The Helix. We can grab their Wrenn and 6 and have it ping itself, though. Yeah. It's not great, but... In my practice game, I did Zealous Conscripts the opponent's creature and then play Heart-Piercer Manticore, which was kind of funny. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're going to do. And then next turn, I can't quite EE for Kiki-Jiki. But I could EE for Resto, Flicker, the Zealous Conscripts, and then pick something up again. So that's not bad. If they hardcast Niv, they might die. I have double red, I have double white, blue, green. Okay. Just attack. I really like playing with Zealous Conscripts. Like this thing is fun on a bun, baby. It's been I don't think I've ever played it in a constructed format, so that's a blast. Bonk. Slice. I guess if they Omnath this turn, that's the worst thing. Fun on a bun. I do like Bender saying fun on a bun. The Helix. Rats. Oh no. Okay. So I can witness for the Teferi, but I can't play the Teferi. Witness for land. Evo for Kiki. As long as they don't have removal right now, we win the game. I don't have enough green mana for that. I don't have enough green. It's close, but no cigar. But I should probably set up for it, right? Witness for Teferi? Yeah, I guess that's fine. Actually, yeah, that makes the most sense. Attack first. I really don't have any reason not to. Yeah, exactly. Teferi to cover for the Evo, yeah. The whiteness! The whiteness is spreading! They're gonna Wrath? They better not. They better not. I'll be supremely pissed. I forgot that they could do that again. Of course I did. Because it's just gonna eat us alive when they do. And only one witness is kind of a... Oh no, they got Vanishing Verse? They exile my... Okay, that's problematic because that was my 3-drop. Still. But if they're doing that, that means they don't have the... They don't have the Wrath. Or at least they didn't know that they did. Or they didn't want to do it. Is Renin 6? Nope. This looks like Bring to Light. Could be Teferi. Not Teferi, Nin, is it? If this is Niv, we could end up winning, though. They play a land? They haven't played a land. It's probably Omnath. Nope, way worse. I forgot that they could do that too. I don't play against this deck enough. Oh, they plussed? Okay. Hold on. So you're saying that's my Tibalt? Well, it doesn't... So... Grabbing it doesn't do that much for me. They got Misty off of me. They got nothing off themselves? Oh, they got the Stomping Grounds. Oh, little Lisa, our walking library. I can't escape from you. We do have Omnath. Evo for Omnath. See what I draw. Play the Teferi. Yeah, I know. I was looking for that. So yeah, if we were to play Eldritch Evolution into Omnath, play Teferi, bounce the Zealous Conscripts, replay. We're so close. So close. I mean, the ability to grab the Tibalt next turn is still pretty insane. But I can't set up for that. I think we just go for Omnath and see what happens. Should attack first? Should attack first. I guess if I drew Kiki-Jiki, that wouldn't be good. I want to attack them because if we can set up in a way where we can steal the Tibalt when it's on 9, we get to ultimate it. It's not likely, but it's possible. It was not... Wait, we could bounce the conscripts next turn. Or we can Urian for it. There's actually a lot of ways to skin this cat. So it's all on you, opponent. No more BTLs. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Pluses Tybalt. Exiles Omnath off of their deck. And... oh, they minus on my Omnath. Crap! Ah, I forgot that that's the thing they could do. I thought they were forced to tick up for no good reason. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is good enough. We'll see. They can't BTL. We could bounce the Conscript, steal the Omnath. The problem is they didn't... You didn't tell me, Emma, but I did see your post about it. Which sounds marvelous. Codenames is a very fun game. We played it with my grandfather probably 4 or 5 years ago, but before he passed away, and it was funny because my grandfather was one of the most intelligent, well-known people, like well-knowledged people I've ever known. But man, he could never play games. He could never play games. He just couldn't do it. He couldn't make heads or tails of it. Like, he got it in concept. He just wasn't, I don't know, quick about it. Found Ren 6? Is that it? No. Plays Ren in 6. Okay. We kind of have a chance here, maybe. Maybe. Pings to fair. Okay. Interesting choice. Okay, hold on. So I could bounce the Omnath, play the Omnath, resto the conscripts, grab Niv Mizzet, and kill them? Yep. Got him. Omnath. Let's see you slam, and welcome to the jam. Jelly bean jammin'. Let's go. Let's flippin' go. Welcome to the slam jam, opponent. It's a nice Niv Mizzet. It'd be a shame if you were to die to it. Boom! Well, if you're thinking that... so that the Sprawl wouldn't add mana for me, right? Just for clear. I could steal the Utopia Forest. But the Sprawl doesn't add mana for me. So if it needed to do... which it didn't need to. But we could have done that, yeah. Okay, so let's get this Lavinia instead of Deputy. It was fun. That was really sweet. Let's just steal this game with Magus to the Moon. What do you guys say? Is that okay? I know there's a situation where you'll make that play and get it wrong. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things in paper where your opponent might also not know, but it's just one of those things where I just like look at that instinctively and I'm like, I know how this works. I know that land, the enchantment doesn't add the mana for me. Okay, this hand kind of sucks. Opponent with the 7 keep. Yeah. You're going for Flare and you screw it up. That's why I don't tend to do that, but when I'm streaming, the best part about it is if I screw it up, it's all... that's a mull for me. I know I wanted it to mull it, but I didn't because I'm a coward sometimes. Jiggy will yell at me later. Don't worry. He's got you covered. Looks like Thoughtseize? Okay. They took the resto. That was unexpected. You have to send me some pictures of some. Ooh, Valakut Stoneforge. Right then, I like that. I like that a lot. Of the Simpsons code names. Sorry. Yo, send pics of what? I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. Just send pics. You got any of those magazines where dudes send in naked pictures of their girlfriends? What about anything from the vampire's perspective? Yeah. Well, you can just take a picture of like the cards, though, dude. I just want to see what the cards look like. So, evolution for any 4-drop. I mean, realistically, I'm just getting Omnath, but they have infinite removal. Cards Against Humanity Simpsons. That sounds phenomenal. I think I'm just supposed to play Scavenging Haze this turn. It's not exciting, but it's honest work. And then if they have a Wrenn and 6, I just can gobble up whatever land they want to target. You're not removing my Ice-Fang, are you, opponent? Like Evo to draw a card and eat removal? But what is the removal going to target that you're concerned about? So I'd far rather lose the Ice-Fang to that than having lost the Omnath to that. Good lord, their hand is slow. So now I go Omnath, land, Ecological. Oh, I can't. I don't have the green. Yeah. GG, nerd. I could take Felidar into Goose, though, right? Felidar into Goose. Next turn, Skyclave into Evo for Kiki. Yeah, that's the plan. We need to run out the... No. I want to run out the Felidar so I can set up to kill them next turn. I mean, obviously they could just BTL for... They could just BTL for the Wrath, but at least I'm making them do that, I guess, is my pitch. This enormous woman will devour us all! I was talking about the statue. Oh yeah, Emma, do you think that's the same guy who thinks the PTA is disbanded? I'm starting to think that might be the guy who thought the PTA had disbanded. Listen, friend, I wanted to make sure my colors are going to be okay. I'm bouncing back and forth as I play matches. The thing is, I'm just not worried about my life total against Niv Mizzet. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose, and it's normally not to like a bit of burn. That's phenomenal. This is looking super, super good. No, no, no. The PTA has not disbanded. Yeah. It's so good. All right. White, white, 1. Play the Skyclave. Eat the Renin 6. I guess if they have removal, they can break up the Kiki combo if I go for it. So is there a better way to handle this turn? Just eco for X3? I put in Magus Witness, which can pick up a resto. Skyclave. And something. Dave, I need your brain power. And it's going to be quick. We're running out of time. I can attack and actually kill the Renin 6, or at least threaten to do so. Skyclave plus Evo for Kiki just to force the issue. Yeah, all right. It's not going to pay off, but man, if it does. I was just trying to figure out if there was like a less aggressive way to play this. Yeah. If it fails, I can scoop soon. Then I can go work out. The plan, and I'm sticking to it. Lightning Helix. They should do it after I target the Felidar, but they might get spooked and just do it now. Looks like they got spooked. I mean, Vanishing Burst. Yeah, okay. Oh, they trophy. Not so bad. And now I can attack. Ho ho ho! I sure like that forest. Ho ho! Oh, Scavenging Ooze, you're the best. What's up, Offbeat Hero? Oh man, you guys want to get cloned? Ooh. You hate to see it. They have the Orion in their hand, but that's not too threatening yet. We're playing Eco. Oh my god, I hit a land! We get to go Eco for 4? This is the one number I don't have any like guidance on how to do. I know I'm grabbing Magus and Witness though, and maybe Resto. Magus, Witness, Resto, and I don't know what else. Probably Fblthp. Omnath, Resto, Magus, Spyro. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. Wish it wasn't going so slow. Witness over Spy. Well, Yeah, let's do it. It's worth it. Whee! I don't think they can give me Magus Witness. It's the least mana, but... Also, I wonder if they read it wrong. They do the classic gifts ungiven punt. Could have also been... No, there's no way Lavinia is good in that pile. Yeah, it might be. It's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. If we weren't so thin on clock, I would probably have taken more time with it, but we just are. Okay. Whee! Where's the Helix? Show me potato salad. There it is. Bang. It's not particularly useful, but it's a good beater. Again, it's one of those things last turn where we when you put the Magus in the pile, like, yeah, you're leaving yourself open to them just like having the Helix, but they had 4 lands that were only producing red from that point and 1 rainbow land. If they didn't immediately have the Helix in their hand, they were in big trouble. So I think it's a reasonable thing, and we still got the resto out of it. So one might argue that putting the Magus in there was not worth doing, but I think that it was. This is one of the best looking of these cards, I think. I love this. I really do. Okay, they've got Niv or BTL. BTL for Niv. Okay, we could win on the spot. Do I feel like that's better than the Japanese version? I don't know, Pi. I don't... Oh, my God. Stupid Tybalt. Stupid, sexy Tybalt. Look at him there. Kiki off the top. Wait, it's in my graveyard. Witness off the top. That's kind of Witness. I can grab stuff from my graveyard. That's right. Crap, I don't have any time for this. Omnath. Pyro. Voice. Witness. Yeah, I know Pyro means losing Ryan. I don't care. I don't have time. I don't have time. Guys, I don't have time. I'm sorry. I wish I could do any more thinking about that than I did. I didn't. It's fine. We can talk about what I should have done afterwards, but for now, I did what I did. Sky Noodle is going into play. It's a 1/1. His spirit lives on. The thing about the voice, Davey, is that right now I'm attacking their Tybalt to kill it. If they have a removal spell that they want to play, they give me a fairly large creature. That's the reason it went into the pile. I just saw it and I went, right now this is a reasonable choice, so I'm going to do it. And I did it. Also, if they wrath me, it leaves something behind. Yeah. I mean, I don't. It wasn't. It wasn't particular. Puts Brennan 6, Lightning Helix, Kaya's Gal. We're done. We're not beating that. Cultivate is your favorite, the Mystical Archives. Yeah, Cultivate is gorgeous. A lot of them are really good. I just think some of them are not great, but that's fine. Again, there's pieces of art that I don't like in almost every single set, except for Onslaught. I've gone through Onslaught recently and many times in my life, and I swear to you, there's not a single piece of art in that set that I don't think is like gorgeous. They have the Helix and the Kaya's Gal. We're done here. So tight loss to Niv. We could have had it, but they just had the removal where they needed it when they needed it. The Wraths are really tough sometimes, but I mean, you're playing an all creature deck here. This went a lot better than I think it should have. We got really lucky all over the place. I think as much as it's a heartbreaker. GG's Talos. Thanks. Davius Minimus, the creator of this deck, is hanging out, and I decided to register it and play it. You like the new card? Yeah, I mean, this is a LARF. This is a lark. This is fun and new and interesting. But it's way too fair. It's really, really, really difficult to make this good. I think that last match was a perfect example. Like, we played this for 7 twice and we still lost because you just can't realistically assemble what you need. I mean, it's possible you can change the deck such that you can do it. So maybe Davey is willing to keep iterating and find the list of cards that makes that better. Potentially splashing black for graveyard removal, because then you can set up pile with Ixalan Jailer and Kunaros and Callous Blood Mage and Loving Shaman. Although that's 6 mana to try to beat Dredge, which at the end of the day I think is way too slow. I think the last Eldritch Evolution should probably be in the main deck, but I honestly think that I don't have the chops to make this work. But I do think that people out there like Davius Minimus and others may have the tenacity to stick with this and make it into something really, really great. He has already made changes to his proposed list, which I will probably link in the description of the YouTube video for this one. So check that out and see what changes he has made and is constantly making. You can check him out at Davius Minimus on Twitch. His aim is to 5-0 and then throw it in the bin. Yeah, that seems fair. Not that it's necessarily. This is the kind of it's just not good enough. It's just too fair and too fiddly. The fact that it shuffles the cards into your library and it exiles itself is just too much. It's too much, man. It's if they had left off some of that, or if they made it cost a little bit less, XGG would probably be okay. Then maybe, but as it is, it's just too rough. It's too difficult to make this work. But it is fun. It's just going to be difficult to be competitive in a larger sense. We managed to go 3-2, and that was largely on the back of things like Teferi being in the deck, which is just a good deck building choice. Things like Eldritch Evolution being in there to grab Omnath off of a 2-drop, grab Kiki-Jiki off of a 3-drop. All of these things are very important, and you can see these lines all sort of weave through most of the decks that Davius puts together. And perhaps in the near future, you will hear his wonderful voice on a guest episode of Serum Visions. But we have to come to come to a decision on that, but I think he'd be happy to come on, and I know we'd be happy to have him. Anywho, maybe with more ramped focus creatures, Wall of Roots could be good here. Yeah, Wall of Roots could be good here. Arbor Elf could give you explosive mana that kind of makes eco. Actually, you know what? I think Arbor Elf is a bigger deal for this deck than I'm thinking it is, because the potential of having like 6 mana on turn 3 with Arbor Elf is a totally real possibility. And I know you've worked those into your next version, Dave, so I think that's probably a big deal. Being able to ecological for X3 on turn 3, that's huge. Wall of Roots, yeah, Overgrown Battlements. So if you set it up so your ecological on X2 gets you Wall of Blossoms, Wall of Omens, Wall of Roots, and Overgrown Battlement. If you already had an Overgrown Battlement to play, the Battlement would then be able to tap for at least 3, which is crazy and goofy, but fun. So there's all sorts of different ways you could take this, but I think being able to get enough mana for ecological. I mean, you can see I've never seen a deck that's built around a card like this and only playing 3 of them. I mean, that seems crazy to me. And they exile themselves, so it's not like you can find one and then use it over and over and over again, like Eternal Witness to Court of Calling. So maybe going more in on ecological is the way to go, but then you're probably going to end up playing more bad cards, so it's tricky. Anyway, we've been live playing this deck for about 4 hours, so I'm going to hop off, even though I was planning on playing another deck. It just took a little bit too long. I'm going to go exercise, and then I will probably be back on stream tonight, although I may have enough stuff that I'm working on for the near future that I don't come back on tonight. But if you're in the future watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, check out any other videos you're interested in, and stay tuned for more content, because it's constantly coming. New format has some wonderful things in it to explore, even though most of them are not super viable.
I have nothing to offer you but my love.
I specifically said no geeks.
Thanks for the follow there, Talos.
I'm cool.
Yeah, we're gonna kick this over to Doomwake, and you guys have a good time over there. Peace.